Hi everyone, how y'all doing today? I'm doing great. Hope you are too. Anyway, so what are we doing today? We're doing a book review. What book are we reviewing? The Palm Beach Murders by James Patterson and associated authors. All right, so as you can see, the kids did not get a hold of this book. Still intact. Anyway, so what is this book about? So it's three different stories. One is the Palm Beach Murders, the other is Nooners, and the third is Stingrays. Okay, so Palm Beach Murders, this girl meets this guy, and they hit it off. She just went through a bad divorce. He went through a bad divorce. They meet, and they start to play these little kind of games, I guess. Initially, like sampling maybe some drugs or bringing somebody into the mix in the bedroom, just things that start to, elevate as they fall further and further in love, and to the point where it escalates into more sinister games, I guess. The second book is about a man who is in a marketing advertisement agency, and the people associated with his company are starting to die one by one. And the question is, who's behind it, of course, who's targeting them, and is there a deeper conspiracy going on behind closed doors? The third story that I just finished is Stingrays, which is about this woman, this girl who is she's on an island with some friends, and she ends up missing, most likely assumed dead. And this group of people, basically like kind of a more mercenary type version of the people from Scandal, this just kind of team where they're hired to figure out what's going on, and all of them are kind of, not criminals, but they're willing to kind of step outside the law to do what needs to get done. Very manipulative. Very interesting. So I'd have to say, of the three, Palm Beach Murders was my favorite. And what I liked about that is just the hidden villain, which all three of these stories have, is the hidden villain that will catch you off guard. I found that, that's actually one of my favorite tropes, is if it's well executed, is the hidden villain. Maybe there's a clue or two along the way, or maybe it's a total surprise, but it's nothing that's like predictable where it's, okay, is that person the entire time? I always like that. It's always a great twist where you see a person who you assume was the good guy, and they turn out to be the bad guy at the end. I really like the thriller aspect with all of these books. Really kind of left me guessing. Although, to be honest, the one problem with the commonality of all three of these stories with the hidden villain is that once you kind of read the first book, in a way, you kind of know what's about to happen in the second story. So I guess the second story would be kind of the weakest because it's a little bit more predictable. But the third story, you don't see this. I don't think this is really a spoiler. You don't really see the Stingrays being the ones behind what happened. Spoiler alert! If that's not obvious, I'm sorry. And what I'd really like to see James Patterson working with these other authors. Maybe they're using his names. Maybe he's gotten so big now that his name's just kind of become that brand. So the credits would actually have to go to James O'Born for the Palm Beach Murders, Tim Arnold for Nooners, and, oh, good Lord, I don't know this guy's. I can't pronounce it. I'm going to try it. Dwayne Swierczynski. Dwayne, if you're hearing this, make a video and tell me if I butchered your name. I'm going to put your name right there. All three stories were great. Good thriller. I love little crime stories. This actually kind of reminds me of a book I wrote, Lifestar Corners, which is basically a collection of short stories, or I guess with their length, they would be considered novellas, like this one. Each of these stories are about 100 pages. I did have to mention this in the second book, in the second story in Nooners, when the guy Tim, not the author, but the main character Tim, when people around him are starting to die, they find out that there's this kind of this weed conspiracy going on. Like there's weed dealing in the office, and I have to see this right quick. I'm sorry. Considering that this was, I guess, written in the mid to late 2010s, you know, the whole, are they selling weed? Is he selling weed? Is somebody selling weed in the office? And is that still a big deal? I mean, if this was written in 1980, yeah, sure, fine, I guess. But, oh, there's weed dealing going on in the office. Wow. Is that it? I mean, if that's all that's going on in the office, that's not bad. To be honest, that's probably cleaner than a lot of other companies. Anyway, so, yeah, really enjoyed it. Compared to a couple other collection of short stories that were written under James Patterson pen that I've read lately, this one was actually very good, very refreshing. Really like the thriller aspects. You really have people that, all the characters are very distinguishable. Even in the Stingray story, where you have all the different team members, there's enough written about them where you can really distinguish them from each other. They all have their different personalities. The leader, who's basically kind of reminds me of the guy from NCIS, just kind of the ringleader, the puppet master kind of guy. He's got all these people on his team: the lawyer, the actress, the soldier, and the con artist. All of them just have their own different ways of exposing the truth. Some, like the soldier, are good with interrogation. Others, like the con artist, are more with manipulation, which is actually a trait they all have, but I think he's like the best at it. Pretty awesome. Even though I did kind of give Nooners a little bit of criticism earlier, still very good. Good thriller. The guy's very spunky. Tim, the main character, very spunky guy. And of course, in Palm Beach Murders, Christy and Martin, they are the two people that are dating. You really kind of get a feeling of Martin, that kind of where he's going to go, where this story's going to take him is interesting. But with Christy, very fun kind of journey with her. And I don't want to give too much away, but it was definitely a very fun journey, like I just said. So that's about it. If I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 5, I would give this book a probably 4.5. Very interesting. All these authors are great, and I hope you enjoy it. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, comment, everything that you want to do. And also, if you enjoy crime thrillers, especially the short story kind of novellas like this, please check out my book, Life's Dark Corners, on Amazon.com. It's available for Kindle, Kindle Unlimited, and paperback. And also, that's Life's Dark Corners right here. Also, I have my 5th book, Ice Rain, which will be coming out on October 25th. So if you have read Ice Rising and Icebox, it is the sequel. If you haven't, you got to check these out, because you have to get Ice Rain later, and so you can keep up with the story, because it's an amazing story so far. So thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.